Oh wow. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to the I'm a Rockstar channel. Today I decided to share the video of the process of making the background piece for Lyrical Days homepage. Again, I'm working with a limited palette. I have a set of palette. It's like 11 colors and they're all inspired from my Copic markers. And I just thought it would be fun to work with just those colors and see what I could make. Yeah, the perspective isn't very good on this piece in the end, but it kind of looks pretty and it's not the main focus of anything that I have, so it works really well as a background piece. So I've just got this like a meadow with a stream running through it and loads of reeds. And then I decided to draw reeds before I remembered I don't like drawing them because there's so much detail, and it was certainly challenging with a limited color palette. But I think it turns out okay-ish in the end. I think I looked up some really nice painted backgrounds from other animations just to see what way they approached their artwork, if there was a river involved, and so on, and all the different vegetation that comes with that. And it was very useful and very interesting to look at, and I may have wandered down a rabbit hole with that and maybe lost track of time a little bit. So yes. I'm also experimenting with a lot of brushes in this. I drew this in Procreate and I was quite new to the program at the time. And I think it was at this point where I realized how much fun it is to draw water. I haven't really had a proper attempt at drawing water that's ever gone successfully, and this turned out quite well. I do think I change it though. I'm not entirely certain. So we've got a cherry tree in the front, and in the back we have a willow, and I wasn't really sure what color of the leaves were going to be and how much detail I wanted to put into it, because I did want to have that kind of perceptual less detail equals further away going on with that. And then behind that again, instead of clouds, because I didn't want any clouds in this drawing whatsoever, I think I did try to put some clouds in and it didn't go very well, so I end up not using clouds at all. And so I just put in some suggestion that it is a wooded area just off in the distance, fluffy trees. And you can see I'm struggling with the detail issue again with the willow. I can't remember if I go back to it again or not, but we'll see. We'll find out together. And again, having the issue of how much detail do I put into the flowers on the cherry blossom tree. And I don't know, I think I managed to strike a reasonable balance with it eventually. I usually have a problem if I put too much detail in the flowers. Like if it's something that I like for example cherry blossom flowers, I tend to put too much detail and spend too much time on it, which then kind of messes with the perspective issue of, further away, less flowers, because it's in the midground, so it needs a reasonable suggestion of detail, but not too much, because, you're not like right up to it. You're about 2-3 meters away. So I was just trying to find that balance. And then, yeah, I realized that there's a weird perspective thing going on with the hill and the grass. So I think I make it once and then I make it again. I think this is the second time I attempt it. I'm not sure if this is the version I keep. I think I did. There is another one that I tried in a different software. I tried to fix it and then I gave up. I went back to this version. So yes, I think I'll have to try and learn how to do perspectives a bit more, especially when it comes to environments. Usually I can get away with making it up as I go along, but you know, if it's for something special, for something a bit nicer, I think it would definitely be nice if the perspective wasn't at such a unique take on reality and was something that didn't make you feel seasick, for example. Yeah, I think one of the fixes that I come up with for fixing this is actually changing the shape of the river a wee bit. Yeah, I think that's what I try. And again, there's the whole, how much detail of grass do you put in? I mean, I love drawing grass. I could draw grass all day. I could draw every single blade of grass. But that's not really good design. So you do have to cut back a little bit and have some negative space and just have your raw color taking up reasonable sections of your canvas. Yeah. So I'm working on the back now, trying to figure out how much detail do I put in around the river and so on. And I've gone back now to look at the reeds. Did I stop and look at the reeds? I put a lot of yellow in it just to give it, I felt it was a bit flat. So there's a lot of yellow and oranges, which isn't actually the sunlight. It's just me putting in a little bit more definition into the reeds so it doesn't look quite so smushed. Because I felt like it looked really, really smushed and it wasn't pleasing to the eye, so I used the yellows and the oranges to give it a little bit more definition. And yeah, focusing back on the cherry blossoms. I think I discovered a new brush. Yeah, I think I discovered a new brush and I'm trying to use that to get away with not drawing loads of detail in the flowers, to just suggest it, which would be for the better. But then I think it gives a kind of it looks too grainy, like a dry airspray. Or maybe that's the brush that I was using. I can't remember. I think I kind of blur it out a little bit and get some more smoothing and more visual negative space, but with the colors, and it's sitting all nicely. And in the end, I think it all works out. So yeah, I'm just going back in with a smaller brush and painting back in some of the details, the nicer details that I feel like got lost. And I think I'm probably going to put in even more color towards the top because it feels a little bit empty and sparse. Yeah, I definitely got lost in making more flowers here. You'll see the subtle changes. I'm just adding a little bit more pink, a little bit more dark pink. It's like a red pink. I think it's the Copic color R32 that I'm using here in RV11. I think those are the two primary colors that have gone into making the flowers. And then if there's like any kind of blur, maybe I color pick that a little bit and put that in as well. And we're done. That's the finished piece. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Have a good one. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot that I actually imported it into Clip Studio Paint afterwards and did a little bit more refinement. and then I don't know, I must have been too tired and I forgot about it and decided I didn't like it. So let me know which of the two pieces you think is better. I'll leave a poll in the cards and see you next time.